Woohoo. Okay, just jotting down some thoughts. So, the other day I actually went and got my blood test done, and I found out that I have a pretty bad, not iron, vitamin D deficiency. Like, I think half of the lowest recommended amount. So then the doctor prescribes me these ultra concentrated large dose VD pills that I'm supposed to take once a week. And I've had this skin condition for 2 months, more than that now. And this whole past half year, I've been having various maladies ranging from like respiratory illness, respiratory infection, to stomach illness, to now the skin problem. So I knew that physically I wasn't doing so well. But after diagnosing it as low vitamin D, I thought it all made a lot of sense because vitamin D is linked to your immune system, is also linked to your skin health. And I literally diagnosed myself with, I was wondering if it was like 10 different things. Like at first, I thought it was a mango allergy. I thought it was stress. I thought it was psychological stress because a few years back, I had hives that were, I think, stress induced partially. So, but these are not like those hives. These are more like a rash. So I thought it was a mango, and then I thought it was a laundry detergent, which it probably is. So I actually threw out the detergent and I was washing my clothes by hand. But because I was washing it by hand, my hands got really effed up. Like, it's kind of nasty. So, so that was a big problem. And then I couldn't fall asleep sometimes. It was like, because it's just really bad at night, because that's when your cortisol levels and everything, your body is more inflamed at night. Um, and then so I knew it was something like I was allergic to something external probably, and I thought maybe it was an iron deficiency as well because I'm vegetarian most of the time, and I thought maybe it's that because iron deficiency can also lead to skin itchiness. So I was like basically self-diagnosing and just like wondering if it was a host of different things, but I always thought maybe it's something internal as well because before I used this detergent and it didn't happen. I know that while you can sensitize yourself over time, I was like, okay, um, but it shouldn't be this severe. So it's probably like a host of different factors. And then I thought maybe it's my thyroid, maybe it's like some immune problem I have, Hashimoto's disease. I've gone down this rabbit hole of like Googling all of these potential things. Um, and then my doctor was like, maybe could it be syphilis? And I was like, what? He's like, how's your sex life? I'm like, what sex life? We said this all in Chinese, so at first I didn't know what he was talking about, but I was like, anyway, anyway. So basically, after thinking about like dozens of different things, it's really good to know. Well, I'm still not completely sure because we'll see if like eating these pills actually helps my body get better, which I think it will. But it's good to know that the cause is vitamin D deficiency because I don't really get enough sun, especially recently because I haven't been because of the skin problem. It's like it made it even worse because I would be sleeping a lot during the daytime when there's sun and being active during night because I couldn't fall asleep at night. So because of that, I got even less sun. um, yeah, partially the vegetarian diet. But yeah, it's good to know this. So these few days I've been just out there like sunbathing during noontime just to like really try to absorb a lot of vitamin D. And I mean, this got me reflecting that because I thought it really was a laundry detergent and I was like obsessively washing out my clothes. But I think with most things, right, with most external reactions, like your body's reacting to something external, the root cause is actually internal. And that's something that I wish, like going forward, I would be more aware of is like my body internal state is actually super, super important. And I should have gotten it checked earlier because I was just procrastinating for months, not going to the doctor, not doing the blood test. For some reason, I just was kind of like against doing the blood test, but I should have done it way earlier. And yeah, because, yeah, knowing your body's internal chemistry and your mind state is really important. And if I were to extrapolate this further, I think, yes, like everything outside could be a reflection of our internal state, including abrasions emotionally. So it's talking about physical abrasions, like my skin. I thought what was aggravating my skin was something external, right? Like you get bumps on your skin, okay, what could be aggravating the skin externally? But first, your internal chemistry has to be vulnerable enough to allow that external vulnerability to even occur. Like if my skin were super healthy and super supported and lush because I was getting enough vitamins and it was like very healthy, then it actually has a natural protective barrier. Oh yeah, another thing was I took too many hot showers, which really destroyed my skin. So don't do that. So if you have a rash, don't do what I did, which is listen to someone's advice, insinuating that maybe my hygiene wasn't up to par, so I need to take more showers. And I knew it wasn't that, but I started taking a lot of showers, and especially really hot ones, and that really dried out the skin and made everything 10 times worse. So definitely don't listen to unwarranted advice, and further f up the problem. But the point is, like, the external abrasion vulnerability is caused by an internal susceptibility. And so I think with emotional problems too on the outside, it's frequently you think it's because of external irritants, right? External factors that stress you out, that irritate you, that make you want to react in a certain way. But if I were to reflect on this, I am responding to those external irritants. I'm able to be affected and irritated by them because something is lacking internally, because my internal buffer state is low. And so, in order to be more healthy internally, to not be affected by external irritants, I'm wondering like what I need to have, like my emotional equivalent of vitamin D intake. And I was like, it's probably more love. More love, more peace, more compassion. And I can only do that by expanding my heart. And so very often, sometimes when we're in a low state, especially, yeah, when we're vulnerable inside and we're feeling negative and the past trauma or pain starts coming up, that's when we're very, very easily triggered by external irritants. But to basically protect against that every day, to buffer that every day, we need to develop and take more of that vitamin D, which is the love, the care. And that is something that I reflected upon. So, yeah, just some random thoughts, but yeah, it was kind of long-winded, not well structured, but it's kind of just like checking out with myself today, and this is what I was thinking. So yeah, the external reflects the internal, and to adjust and recalibrate the internal first, and to buffer that, make sure the health is inside, to really make yourself not so vulnerable to the outside irritants, right? Because those will always be there. But whether or not your skin will respond badly, whether or not your emotions will respond badly, your mind will respond badly, depends on how healthy, how well you've been taking care of your internal state. Okay, that's that. Good evening. Bye.